They do indeed, and they can do some damage here in the rest of this bracket and ultimately maybe make that redemption bracket.
We'll see.
We'll
We'll know
see
more as
indeed.
the day goes on. That's the magic of it. We're just getting started. We don't know where anybody's going to end up.
Indeed, we do not. But we do have our next set, and not on the stage yet, but it does show up here for us. That is Cherry Limeade going up against $70. Don't hide your smile. I know you want to smile.
No, I'm a professional.
You're a professional. See, you with me right now.
Yeah.
Let it all go. Let me stop.
No, I'm their #1 fan.
Yeah, of course you are. We know you are. Everybody knows you are. It's all
Well, I'm a
good.
professional though. I'm gonna keep it on the DL.
Okay.
But disclosure, I do love them. They're some of my best friends in the world, and amazing coaches. My whole team.
Indeed, I do remember
They also
that.
won Shine.
They also
So
they
just
did
to
win
talk
Shine.
about their professional record, they did win Shine.
They did win Shine. They
They
did that.
also play very, very well in Nintendo events that typically play Turf War. You can laugh at them all you want for Turf War, but it's a part of the game. They play it in Japan, so I don't see why we shouldn't be playing it here. At me on Twitter if you disagree.
I disagree with you right now.
At me on Twitter. They play it in Japan. It's part of the video game. Therefore, we play the video game, the whole video game, as competitors. So yeah, I love them dearly, and let's talk about $17.
Indeed, $17. I think when I did my review of every team before I came here, yes, I did that. They were also like really strong team as well with some familiar players to say the least. But to talk about Cherry Limeade a little bit more, they run interesting comps to say the least. They
It's
are.
Opie.
Oh, it's Opie. Oh yeah, this team.
So Opie and Lily played on a pickup together last year, if I remember correctly, with Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, I think they did.
It was
Yeah.
called Fishing Quips.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. I actually played against them when I subbed for Crown 9 when we ended up beating them, but they were like it was a really tough game, really tough set.
So this is going to be exciting because Opie is also really familiar with the members of Limeade. And like that's the thing is like when these are
Oh my goodness, man is scheming. What is he
when-
cooking?
When these players, oh, it's Pico and Gorilla. Okay, dope. These are strong mid-level competitors. This is going to be a very, very spicy set. Opie known for their brushwork. What's exciting about having teams of this caliber together on stage is these are all players that are familiar with each other and have known each other for a long time. I might be wrong, but I believe Pika and Pico used to be on a team together. I don't know about that for sure though. So they know how each other plays. They know each other's play styles. They know each other's pop-offs. They know when they're feeling good, and like that's dangerous.
That is.
You don't want
indeed
your
dangerous.
opponent to know you too well.
Yeah, indeed. Like I can give an example right there, and I'm gonna shout out my boy Kraken back at home. So this team, Triggerfit Zone Supremacy, right?
Yeah.
So there are teams they beat that are way better than us. I'll be honest. And on paper, I say they are way better than us. But when they play us, because I know them so well,
Yeah.
they struggle.
Yeah.
They struggle to beat us. Even though on paper they should be easily beating us, they struggle just because we know them so well. We know them so well, or I know them so well. And that's just a matter of this. So this is going to be a really, really fun set to see.
Yeah.
Also, I love $17 picture. I really love their picture. It's
You
so,
can't buy anything at, you know what, I'm not going to say it, Sammy.
what was you going to say?
You can't buy anything to consume at the fire pit for $17. You know what's crazy is I know for the fact that Limeade is going to watch this set back later because they always watch their land sets back day of to like do a VOD review. So I just want to say in advance, hi.
That's crazy. Let me say hi too. Hi. Hi, Krim. All that good stuff.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I love Pico. I love Opie. Opie's very, 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 very chill, very good human. We spent a lot of time together last year. So
Also, what did I know about about $17? I mean, is that Alley Cat and Gorilla, both of them are 96 players.
I don't know anything about Alley Cat, but yes, Gorilla does play the 96.
Yeah, Alley Cat actually, if I'm not mistaken, like Alley Cat was on Desire, Div 1 team. So like this should be. I actually played against Alley Cat and Gorilla last LTC when we lost to them 2-3. They both ran double 96. Actually, they played both of them.
Are you feeling a certain kind of way about this set, Stormy?
Am I? I don't feel any type of way. This is gonna. I don't know who's gonna win at all. This is like I believe this is like winners finals. I believe, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, winners finals of like their bracket. So the winner goes straight into top 16, and the loser goes straight to redemption. So this is a high stake match coming here, people. This is a very intense set.
Yeah, whoever wins this doesn't have to play at all for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so if this set is close, expect a big pop off coming off from one of these teams.
I see Fusion in the background on the Limeade side with the pink hair, a fellow Limeade enjoyer.
Indeed.
I'm
Lily is so pretty.
Yeah, Lily's very beautiful.
Lily's the one with the pink hair in the seat.
We love Lily.
We love
Lily's
Lily.
a sweetheart.
Agreed. We stand Lily around here.
Yeah, well, number one, Lily Stan. Actually, no, that honor goes to air sign. My bad.
Of course. But as they are getting into the room, let's talk about these maps that are hopefully are going to be showing up soon. But we can look at them here. Oh, look at that. Look at the wave. The Cherry Limeade wave. They're doing it. There it is. I love Cherry Limeade and land.
Yeah.
I love their land energy is something special, to say the least. I saw it last year. I didn't get to play them last year. Maybe they'll change this year if I play well. We'll see.
We'll see. I love their energy everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, show your bias. Let's go.
No. I'm a
with you.
professional.
Here we go. But we are going. The first map will be Clan Bliss on Mako Mart. Ooh, very interesting because that's a very snowball heavy map with a lot of pressure added onto it. What do you think?
Ooh, okay. So are we sure that is this grand finals? Do we know that for sure?
I don't know that for sure.
No. I don't. I think this is. Those are top 16 maps.
No, I'm looking at pools round 3.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're straight.
Yeah, Clemblitz, Mart, Spotstone's Flounder. Oh, okay, so a little bit, I'm going to educate on Limeade.
My bad. This is winners finals of the pool.
Yeah, they just like Flounder.
They like Flounder?
No, they don't.
They don't?
So
That's crazy.
I think that this could be a little bit saucy in terms of if you want to take a game off them, if you want to make them sweat, just run them down on Flounder.
Run them down on Flounder, and if you lose to them on Flounder, then well, GG's, I guess. Go next.
Honestly, if that's my question. Oh, and then it's Sturgeon, and then if you don't know, Limeade was counterpicked multiple times to Sturgeon in many events. That map mode does give them a little bit of the PSD.
I will say it makes sense, right? Because Cherry Limeade's comps are never like the most aggressive thing ever. They run a lot of chip, a lot of like area holding comps. So when you get on maps like Sturgeon and Flounder to where you're really supposed to be rushing people down or like constantly fighting, it just like throws them into a disarray. Yeah. I will say.
Yeah. So these are when I'm looking at this map list, this doesn't scream Limeade benefit. Like this screams like problem map mode. Sorry, guys. I'm so
you're showing your Cherry Limeade nerdiness, if you will.
I'm educated on them quite strongly. That way, one day I could beat them in bracket, and they know this. So honestly, $17 with these map modes in particular. Like, I'm sure Limeade's up there scheming a little bit because this could be a problem for them.
Yeah, for sure. But you see the comps come out here. We got the Tri-Slosher and the Wiper with that Jet Squelcher, a very interesting pick coming out there for Cherry Limeade. Yeah. And I told you, here it is.
96.
Oh, that means double cracking. That's going to be very annoying to go up against with that brush and that ballpoint.
I love me an invincibility special. And we do see that Krim is the first member to go down, and then Pika as well. So $17 showing a very strong early game advantage as they're able to get control of mid and force Lily and Shiny to play early defense.
Yeah, for sure. We see them with their Hickler Charger coming out for side of Cherry Limeade. He's going to try to slow it down a little bit. Craig going to drop down and apply a little bit of pressure. Opa going to look to run back. But 2, 3 are down on the side of Cherry Limeade. It could be an early push going to get power going. That's basically a delayed wipe. Gorilla going to throw in that power clamp. Pop is cracking and go on that top right side and do a little bit more damage.
And it's $17 with the early game push, stalling out at 65. We do see both of those gals going down at the end of their Kraken, followed by Opie on that side. So it is just Pico on that ballpoint. And look how quickly Cherry Limeade is running it down. Even Shiny pushing up with the front lines in order to be able to take this space as quickly as possible. And now we have Pika in a power position underneath this left plat. This is quite dangerous for $17.
Oh my God, I'm getting so giddy. You can already see the energy coming through these way how they're playing. They get another pick right there. 2-2 situation coming in for Cherry Limeade. They're all going to be able to get the lead back. No, they're not. What a nice pick by Alicat with that Kraken. But they are going to get the lead back, but the push is over. You can already feel the tenseness, the pressure, the moment. Both these teams want it. You can probably hear them right now screaming their comms.
Yeah, these are everyone on this stage is an extremely loud individual. I can hear them over you, Stormy. But you can see how narrow that lead that Cherry Limeade was able to apply is. Like, that's nothing. That's a power clam and a couple of little guys. And then all of a sudden, $17 is going to find themselves in the lead again. So despite Limeade having this power clam, that's actually a detriment for them right now. And they know that because,
a flank?
No, the Crim goes down, so they're not going to be able to capitalize on it. But they have a saying that the longer you hold a power clam, the less likely you are to actually score. So I'm quite nervous that we do see Shiny here holding that power clam.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to set up a nice push coming in for $17. Going to try to get that top left side. He's going to get that pick right there, 3-day. But they talking about it's going to stop him. It's going to stop it completely. What a nice toss and miss placed there by Shiny. Able to shut it down before it gets any worse. Gorilla also going to go down here and also be able to push. But here comes the jump as well. It's not going to make it into the basket, unfortunately. And the other pocket does go down into a 3-day to the side of $17. And Cherry Limeade is going to push back.
Yeah, there's still Opie over there, but they seem to know where he is, playing around that blush, playing around that, that widdly diddly, just going all over the place. And
the wiggles.
like it's just so much information to keep track of at the same time, right? Because you're dealing with two invincibility specials and an individual that's very difficult to hit. So it does like we are going to see a double dunk here come out from Limeade, but they lose their splash player. They lose a decent chunk of their paint from Lily, and then they have no clams to follow it up here. So this push could be finito, but we do see a
no, get that power clam in. Here comes that power clam into the basket. He's going to make it.
Whoa! The game denied. Any more time, they're done. They want to move on. They want this to be the last set they play today.
Yeah, for sure. And there was just one more person. I know that feeling for the side of $17. That one last person that you just couldn't kill to extend the game, and that just wasn't it. What a nice play there by Cherry Limeade to get that first win in their favor. And based off your Charlamaology, as you, if you will, yeah, I'm gonna give you a name for that. Crazy that they needed to win that because this is one of their worst map modes coming up.
Yeah, Slosher Deco.
Ill.
Nautilus.
Oh, wow.
And I'm looking at Crim's screen, so I'm cheating a little bit, but the Wiper. And then Splash. So that's what we're going to be see coming out. Nautilus, Slosher Deco, Wiper, and Splash Neo.
Over here looking at people's screens.
No, I can only see Crim's.
Yeah, so, I can only see it too.
But I know them. So, like, in terms of, like, you want some quirk, you want to be triple markered, like, that's what you're getting. That's their thing. And then you have Shiny, who is a fantastic backline player, one of the best ones that we have.
Of course.
But transitioning over to the Nautilus, just because you got to be quick,
Indeed. I do agree with that. You know what? I never thought about it, but that is a nice adjustment being made. Also, the point sensors on the flounder is actually really good because you get to see everybody attack at a certain angle that they can't see you from using those point sensors. So, I agree with the comp change here. And I don't know much about $17 in their comps, but if they run the same thing, it's not going to work as well on this map.
Because the RNG in addition to the elevation differences that are going to be coming out because it's flounder, is going to make it much harder to hit your shots. Despite that, it is a pickup. So when you have a pickup and you find a comp that works, you tend to stick with it. So that's exactly what we see. But Opie switching from the Ink Brush Nouveau to the Vanilla Ink Brush with that whale. That whale going to do a great job of shutting down the walls and the elevation that Limeade is going to have to climb in order to be able to push.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was wrong about the comp.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If you see the custom gear coming in there from Lily as well, so that wave breaker is going to be very useful. Here comes the Wiper trying to take a contest right there onto that ball point. It's going to win that engagement for sure. Nice job there by Cram. Secure that pick on the back line. Going to enable his teammates to move forward as well. So a nice starting push for Cherry Limeade.
Yeah, and they are the first team to cap, and $17 does find themselves in a 2-down situation. At this point, all you need to do is look forward once you get this far. Crim does go down on that left side, which is going to give $17 some space to move in, but we do see that they are stacking ramp here, popping those Krakens in order to be able to do it. They are going to brute force their way onto the zone and chain another Kraken on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. And there goes another Kraken, as you said, at the ready. But ultimately, doesn't have control yet. Opie looking to push him and get a pick there. It's going to get a pick there. But ultimately, Cherry Limeade is going to be able to shut it down before things can really get started. You can hear them getting loud, getting crazy. Ultimately, going to be able to wipe them out. And there's only 35 left to go in this game, Skip. This does not look good for $17 at all.
No, I'm a little concerned. We do see that Cherry Limeade does have that Storm ready to go. That Storm is just going to be another tool in terms of shutting down that elbow, but it does look like a member of $17 is up on that left side. As Alley Cat pops that Kraken and tries to push into the zone here, does get the pick on Lily. Once again, that's a lot of paint going down when you lose your support player. 2 members of Limeade left standing. Pico on that Inkjet, and it's just Crim on zone.
Pika's the only one on that zone, but the jump coming in as well. But ultimately, it's going to get shut down. They got to take out the rest of the players. They're going to throw a bomb and get a triple. Nice job there, but Oppo gets a triple. Pika is going to be for the play. AJ, oh my God, Pika pops off. It's a pick on the J. Is he even going to get the next one?
Can they get the 96? Can they get the 96?
They did it, but it's going to start enough for the team to come right back in and possibly contest the zone even more. Pika on this wall trying to do a little bit more, but ultimately, it's going to shut up the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, and Gorilla using that Kraken in order to be able to fall back and get pressure on a different angle. But Shiny back there watching that wall very, very carefully. $17 having bought themselves a lot more time. But what's different about Flounder is that once you are in control of the zone, you're benefiting from the natural terrain. And it's much harder for the re-engaging team in order to be able to push back in. That Wiper and that Slosher are going to do best on defense. So Limeade getting 2 down here could be huge for them, but that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed re-entry.
Yeah, that J is going to be able to pick up Pika, but they do force a cap on the zone to give it a 30-point penalty. It's going to pick up that J with the help of the external Lily moving in, going to do her work as well and paint the zone as well to keep applying the pressure and the go back into their favor. And that's the problem I see with $70 comp is that on the offensive, what can you really do on the offensive with all these slopes, all these angles, and just all this stuff? It's just not built for them.
Especially built into the RNG of your main weapon, right? You really are playing for that double Kraken, and that's something that takes time. Excuse me, and that if you mess up, it's that much more difficult to recover from.
Yeah, for sure. But there they go. They got it right there. 2 situations going on to the zone. The Wiper, Crimson on the left alive. Is going to be able to get a trade there. That is a huge trade. A jump coming into the zone. Here comes that Kraken. Is going to be able to get that pick. It's going to try to get onto the pick. But there's 2 people on the zone. Control is still in the favor. It go count the J. And 2 people go down inside of Cherry Limeade. They're going to be able to neutralize this zone and keep the kick off a little bit longer. We're only a minute and a half to go into this game.
Yeah, a minute and a half is not a lot of time, but it's just Crim left standing near objective. There are jumps there. This could be a recap for Limeade, and if $17 doesn't cap now, Limeade doesn't have much time in order to be able to KO. This could be over for $17 unless they get the paint on the zone, Stormy, and Limeade is just denying that.
They just keep jumping in for the side of Cherry Limeade, and they're just not taking care of them. They're just snowballing them completely.
Oh, that's the cap!
There is the cap indeed, and so now they're going to try to push them out, but the number advantage is still in the favor of Cherry Limeade, and like I said, they just keep jumping back in.
Yeah, but $17 having bought themselves that time, they now have some opportunity to be able to get paint where they need it. They lose Ope on that right side, and Pika's coming in for the flank here. Can they find anything? No, they don't. So this could be some momentum here shifting for $17. They need to get the cap here, and they need to get some paint on Limeade's side of the map because the way they just keep re-engaging is positively brutal.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Here comes the flank for Gorilla with that Kraken. It's going to be able to find at least 1 pick before it ends up going down. But the brush does go down as well. Gorilla's by themselves, and it's going to get picked. There's a little late wipeout with 20 seconds left to go into this game, Skip. $17 needs to rush this zone, and it's going to be very hard because they have Toxic Mist onto that ram with that jet. It's going to get that pick. It's going to get 2. It's possible to get that 3rd one right there as they call him out. There it is.
And with 5 seconds left in the game, can $17 do it? We see Limeade continuing to apply pressure, knowing that anything can happen. It is Splatoon, but with that, they do take game 2, and we do see their pop-offs on stage.
What? Just the fact that they could just keep running in, engaging.
It's so different from Limeade, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like, I was not ready for them to play so aggressive, but the thing is, they had the better comp. When you have 2 96s with a ballpoint and a brush, you can't keep constantly engaging. You're too slow to keep those engagements going. You're too slow to really do anything. As good as players as they are, that's just the truth. You didn't lose because of talent. You lost because they just had the better comp for that stage.
On that map mode in particular.
Yes, indeed.
It's I don't. I just think it was the 96s.
You think so?
I don't. I'm not a 96 player, so I'm ignorant largely.
Right.
But I just think that it's a very difficult. It's a very difficult map mode for it, especially when you're playing for those Krakens. Just the 96 has so much RNG. And then everything's moving so quickly, and it's squid rolling off of walls.
And then you got the angles, the arches.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. And the 96 has played well.
It is. They're fantastic at it as players.
For what they are, for what it was. They played it really well, but it's just not enough in the face of a better comp.
Yeah,
But we are going to Tower Control Sturgeon Shipyard. And if I know anything, that Kraken is good on Tower Control. Well, it did get nerfed, so now you can easily push it off.
Well, they got 2 of them.
Yeah, but they do got 2 of them. Yeah, like you said, they do got 2 of them. So I do expect to see like maybe a tri-strike come out from Cherry Limeade or something. I could be right. I could be wrong.
From Lily.
From Lily? Maybe, most likely so. Yeah, think I'm right about that.
Oh, I can see Crim's screen right now.
And so we're going into this game. This is a match point for Cherry Limeade. They're going to look to secure the 3-0 over $17. $70 need to win 3 games to do a reverse sweep. Is it possible to do it? We'll find out as Shiny brings out the splatter scope.
This could be the last set they play today. It could all come down here. But $17, once again, bringing out that double 96 for that sweet, sweet tower control cheese. I am excited. This could be it.
It could be. Oh my God. Very rare miss from Shiny, to say the least. As Street go down and Mifa said a Cherry Limeade. Music will show up right there. But Pika, the last one alive, is stalling a lot. Able to keep it for a little bit longer so that they get that many points to the board. But nevertheless, control in the favor of $70.
Yeah,
here comes that Kraken.
Not a lot of space in order to fight there.
Oh my
Kraken
goodness!
Devil, are you kidding me? So this first checkpoint could be free for $17. And look, it's just Pico over there, and there's not a Limer in sight. So that first checkpoint does fall. And look, $17 holding a very strong special advantage here with that Booyah Bomb and that Inkjet in order to start clearing Limeade's line of defense out of their own spawn.
We forgot to mention that the switch off the brush to the machine, that is a huge switch for the side of $17. And these 2 Krakens are just causing mayhem for the side of $17 on the Cherry Limeade. Cherry Limeade has no time to rest, no time to get their footing. Pika cannot get to any position with that charger. Has to find a pick there. Ultimately does find a pick to slow down the game. 3 going down. It's going to get onto the tower. It's going to try to get that game. Alley Cat doing a lot with this Kraken. That is just insane. All the way down to 5 immediately out the gates for $17. Cherry Limeade has the work cut out for them.
An incredible opening push there from $17. Clearing both checkpoints. Limeade is going to have to be on their toes for the rest of the game, because if $17 now with those no checkpoints just sticks a Kraken on top of tower, that's shifting the battle lines against Limeade, right? And that's just going to buy themselves so much time.
Yeah, for sure. As 2 go down for the side of $17. It's going to take out another 96. So there's no more Kraken for the moment. They already get the second checkpoint. But Pico on that AJ is going to try to find a way to get that pick onto the Liddy, but it's not going to be able to. That's by getting kept by Crim. And Pika is getting pressured there. But here comes the wall to protect. So the top right side, nice pick there by Pika, by Shiny, I mean, to able to get that down right there. Here comes the transit on the right, top right side. There is remember on the top right side, that 96 right there is going to shut it down. Alley Cat sitting there on the tower is going to stop it. They do not get that second checkpoint, and that is huge for $17.
It is. Given how quickly that $17 was able to clear that first checkpoint, and now they know realistically where the members of Limeade are. They get the pick on Crim. They know Shiny's going to be backing, but Limeade refusing to give up on this push despite losing Crim. Shiny with the jump from Crim as well. $17 just, I'm a little concerned because it does feel like the momentum is shifting against them.
Yeah, for sure. That's picked about a ballpoint as well. Getting 2 down inside of Cherry Limeade. The machine taking a fight right there. Will ultimately losing for the side of $17. As mid-control is still in the favor of Cherry Limeade, doing a very nice job holding space. Crim being a main factor of that, applying a lot of chip damage with this wiper, as well as picking up, as well getting 2 people dead. The ball player of the line. Crim does not want to go down here. Let's get 3 down here. 3 down on the side of $17. This could spell trouble if they don't find a special get back to the zone. Just a machine had the Booyah Bomb.
No, but there's that second checkpoint falling in favor of Limeade as they barrel towards a KO here. This could be it. They're at 6 points. They're at 5 points. They take the lead. They go 2 down, make it 3. It is just Pika left in their court, and Pika falls. So now we are in an astonishingly even game with 1.5 minutes left, Stormy.
Oh, they almost had it before they got the lead, but ultimately got it by 1 point. Only a minute left to go, like you said. And so now Cherry Limeade's on the defense. What a nice pick there by Shiny, getting 2 people dead. So now Big Control is going to go back into the favor. Another pick. 3 down for the side at $17. Cherry Limeade gets basically a delayed white. What teamwork are we seeing here, Skip?
Honestly, it's the pressure of Shiny to hit their shots and hold that top right. If Shiny hits those shots, $17 is going to have a much more difficult time breaking in. And Limeade is a very... I'm so sorry, Stormy.
You're good. Oh my God, there's 3 people dead on the side of $17. They could better to the K. Here comes the Trust. Coming out a little bit early, I believe, but it's going to be protect. But there's Pico right there on that ballpoint. Is we get the ballpoint out of that area? No, they also get a trade there. But 2 outside of Cherry Limeade. Krim is going to get a pick there. But Shiny is going to back up with those tri-strikes. But that Charger is very deadly. There's more jumps coming in. Just not enough pressure. It's going to try to aim. Does not get that Picarilla. Ultimately shuts down the Kraken. Pico once again getting 2 people right there.
Yeah, and Shiny having those game-ending trip strikes. $17 needs to worry about those trip strikes now because they don't want to be worrying about those later, and they need to deal with Shiny because right now just getting pick after pick. But at least $17 has that invisibility special. They have that Kraken. They get 2 members of Limeade down, but Shiny still alive with those trip strikes. They need them gone.
Yeah, but Krim is still right here doing a bunch of damage. It's going to try to find a pick. Their ultimate gets shut down, but they have one last shot. But those, like you said, those tri-strikes are going to be a hindrance. That Booyah's coming out so early, and they have 2 tri-strikes. 2 tri-strikes for that tower, and Pika's around that tower. This does not look good at all.
No, but here comes the first of those tri-strikes. They do get the ball point, and then Krim dives in on that tower, denying $17 any chance of sneaking that tower on by, and with it, wrapping up their last game of the day.
Great job for Cherry Limeade, able to go 3-0 against $17, as well as going 3-0 in their polls, able to make their way into that early top 16 immediately. What a job for them. But $17 not out of it yet. They do have that redemption bracket as well, which we will hopefully see them in top 16 very well, as they are a very strong team.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them in redemption or top 16 at all.
I would not be either.
That was a little saucy.
That
What's
was
with these game
saucy.
3s?
Game 3s that was a very intense set. And the game 3s were really close, and that was a nice job by Cherry Limeade to barely squeeze at that lead. Oh, look at the sportsmanship up there.
Hug.
Look at the sportsmanship.
Krim Opie hug. Oh, look at them. Yeah, and they're all friends, right?
Yeah.
You know, they've known each other forever.
Yeah,
So.
indeed. And I would like to see friends playing hard against each other no matter what, not going easy on each other at all, and just Cherry Limeade was able to win, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about that sportsmanship like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, everybody just plays their best. You leave it all on the field, right?
Indeed. Leave it all in the field. What a very nice job, and this was really fun to commentate. I'm so happy I got this opportunity. I really am.
It was.